It is 3:39 on your hometown station, KHTS. I am joined in studio right now by Dr. Marina Stockton from Henry Mayo, supervisor of the Henry Mayo Golden Valley Physical Therapy Clinic. Dr. Stockton, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
Good. Thank you for having me.
You know, my shoulder, I play basketball a couple times a week, and I've developed a new shooting rhythm. And I think it's form-wise, I think it's good, but I think it's messing with my shoulder, just this new routine.
You probably need to come and see us.
I probably do, honestly. Nobody's immune from physical therapy, right? It's all ages.
Yes, we see a variety of ages. We don't see the young pediatric ages, but we'll see kids as young as 5 with orthopedic problems, 5, maybe 6.
Right.
And then all the way up through the scale spectrum, anybody that is active and has injuries, well, you definitely see them.
Are most of the kids that you see sports-related injuries?
They can be. Most of them are pretty active. Even if they're not in formal sports, they're playing PE or doing other things where they're finding themselves having issues with growing up and going through all those hurdles.
Is there any sport in particular that you guys see more of injuries that come through?
As far as with us and both of our outpatient clinics, we probably see a good mix. We see your baseball players, your softball players. We have a lot of running injuries, and we see that kind of across the board. We are a pretty active community, so it's not just the kids. We see that with our adult population as well. Hiking is a bigger sport that we're starting to see people have problems with.
Dr. Marina Stockton of Henry Mayo, the supervisor of the Henry Mayo Golden Valley Physical Therapy Clinic. You're an avid runner yourself. What are the injuries, right?
Yes,
I read up on the bio online. What are some injuries that runners will face?
You'll have anywhere from knee pain, ankle pain. You'll have your overuse tendinitises, tendinoses, bursitis problems in your hip. You can have low back pain. So it can be a variety of different things.
Is rest kind of the #1 key to overcoming these injuries?
Kind of depends on what the problem is. So we're starting to see that just complete rest isn't necessarily the best alleviating factor for the problem. So it kind of is one of those things where rest initially, and then the sooner you can get in and be evaluated, the sooner we can get you back to doing what you want to do.
You know, Dr. Stockton, I've become a bit of a pseudo medical professional myself. I was reading up on this online. Because my back, I woke up one morning, my lower back was a little bit hurt. It was aching. And I searched online, and I found out I might be sleeping with too many pillows. Is this what they would call fake news? Is it possible to sleep with too many pillows?
Yes. It is possible to sleep with too many pillows.
Really?
How much that's affected to your back, it all depends. It's on how you're using the pillows that's probably the bigger issue.
Right. They're spread out everywhere.
Yeah. So, it can be a variety of different things. I don't know if that would be the #1 cause of your back pain, but it's certainly something that we would have a discussion about what you're using and how you're using it.
Are Tempur-Pedic pillows and memory foam mattresses, are these good for us? Do they provide more than adequate support?
It kind of depends on your body structure, how old you are, what you've had done in the past. If you do have chronic back pain, are you young? The majority of the time we look at people trying to educate people, don't go too firm, don't go too soft, and somewhere in between.
Right.
Brands and things like that, we don't really have a standard on, but it's somewhere kind of in between.
Dr. Marina Stockton of Golden Valley Physical Therapy Clinic at Henry Mayo. She's not in here for her health. She is in here today to talk about blood flow restricted therapy, otherwise known as BFR therapy, which sounds counterintuitive. To be honest, the first I read about it, I was like, restricting blood flow, but this is a more popular therapy option for people, right?
It is becoming more common in our clinical settings now in outpatient. It was originally discovered and kind of utilized heavily with physical therapy within the military. They were having a hard time getting these people that were having limb salvage injuries and amputations strong enough in order to do the things they need to do to go back to work. So they started doing research, and they found some research on this blood flow restriction therapy, and what they found was that if you limit the blood flow into a limb that's exercising, you actually create the same strengthening and hypertrophy, which is the growth of the muscle, as you do with heavy lifting. But you do it under lighter loads. You do it with light weights.
Right. More reps, light weights. Is that the kind of thing?
Yes, but it's a little bit different nature. So normally when we say light weights, lots of reps, and we're doing it under traditional conditions, you don't see the same growth or change in the size of the muscle and the strength of the muscle. With BFR, you actually get that response.
So what do you do? Do you tie like a knot around somebody's leg, or what is the therapy process
So
there?
it's a specialized tourniquet that we have. There's 3 different sizes. They go either on the top part of the thigh or on the top part of the arm, and it's hooked up to a machine that we then calibrate the person's, how much blood flow, what the pressures need to be to restrict the blood flow into the limb. And then for leg exercises, ideally that we try to restrict up to 80% of the blood flow into the leg. For the arm, it's only 50%.
Got it. Is there any reason for that?
Just the way that the vascular system is.
Got it. That's what I suspected, the way the vascular system is. Henry Mayo is the hospital of Santa Cruz Valley to look over all of the services offered, to locate a doctor near you, and to browse through the free community health education classes, which there's a multitude of these classes. Are there any offered through the Golden Valley Physical Therapy Clinic?
Not through the actual Golden Valley Clinic. The fitness center has the education center where they do all of the major education services. We do offer once a month a free back class that is taught by one of our physical therapists. It is free to the community. You can come in, check it out. Basically take an hour and we teach you about the different conditions of your spine, neck, back problems, posture, ergonomics. We cover all of that in the hour, and it's completely free.
A lot of people have back problems, and a lot of people elect to have surgery, which is not the preferred route, right? You want to kind of exhaust all options before you take that surgical step, right?
Well, I think it's one of those things you always have to do what is the best option for you, and there are certain conditions, obviously, where surgery is the best option. But we try to educate our patients and say, you want to try and do all the different things that you possibly can before having to result in those, surgeries, and for the most part, I think people are doing that now.
Dr. Marina Stockton, the supervisor of the Henry Mayo Golden Valley Physical Therapy Clinic. Read up more information on henrymayo.com. That's henrymayo.com. What a fitness center, right? That just opened up on Town Center Drive where the old Spectrum used to be.
Yep, it's an amazing facility. You don't see a lot of them. It's an integrated health, so you have your fitness gym aspect right there connected with a PT clinic. You have the education center downstairs. So when we say it's integrative, it is an integrative center.
I know, it's like over 50,000 square feet. It's insane.
Yeah.
Again, to look over all the services offered, to locate the doctor near you, to browse through all of these free community health education classes, go to henrymayo.com. Dr. Stockton, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It is 3:47. Time for a quick break. Traffic on the